It is a skill. It is a practice skill. It is a necessary skill. Ooh,
the secret to a great blowjob is saliva, saliva, saliva.
It's important for us to learn from this because I think we lose because we beat ourselves.
You need to swallow it too.
I don't understand the problem here.
The people don't understand esophagus is the main player of the game.
Try to stay away from it as much as I can.
You can start by licking the dip.
I didn't understand it, but
Patrick Agyemang to Bambi or a newborn giraffe or what?
All right, welcome to Straight Red Card. Apparently, you're purveyors of MLS bots.
This is my army of puppet accounts. I am the creator. The creator, I tell you.
Oh my God, I've never been like. You ever been accused of doing something you just didn't do, and you're just like, what the? Where did this come
MLS
from?
Shilcock, you come on.
Oh, crazy shit! Oh my God. Anyhow, we'll get to that later.
I told you when it started taking off, I'm like, dude, I'm leaning into this. This is going to be mockery nonstop.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I did get into I think I used pontification, bloviation. I don't know. I'm still
all of which are apparently big soccer insults. So.
Oh my God, I've never seen those insults on big
soccer. Well, here come the big soccer insults. Okay, yes.
Oh boy, bloviating. Okay, well, yeah. Derek, do you rate the Smashing Pumpkins? I certainly do. Had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Corbin. Wait, I just forgot his name. Corgan. Billy.
Bill Corgan. Yeah, it's Bill Burr actually.
Yeah, in Chicago one time at a show. He just showed up at one of our shows in Chicago. And so I got to meet him, and he's a really nice guy, actually. Was very supportive and thought our stuff was good. And I started listening to Smashing Pumpkins, I'm thinking somewhere around 1990. That was the first album. Then the second album was the big one. And then
it was the double. Didn't they have a double disc release or whatever?
Eventually, yeah, but I don't think the first one was not huge. The second one was huge, as I remember it. And anyhow, he knows a lot of my friends in Chicago. Yeah, I rate Billy Corgan and the Smashing Pumpkins. I think their first three albums are pretty hot shit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, I listened to them all through my Ute. So
yeah. They were banging back then.
They pop up on the radio. I'll listen to it again.
Yeah, well, the ones that pop up on the radio, I mean, usually there's not a lot of junk in their collections, so it's not like you can play the junky ones over and over again. Thank God for that. But you do get despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage over and over again. You do know they wrote other songs. Okay, all right.
They got a couple of them out there. I can't remember the names of them.
Like 1979.
The one where they're on like the green screen and they got the kind of stop motion-ish, like they're all on that giant blimp or whatever. Can't think of what that's called though.
The best one video they did was the one with the bus. Or not a bus, but like a van, and Billy Corgan's driving the van, and this girl and this guy are making out in the middle of this valley, and the original ones were the best. So
it's the music video that they just used to take a camera, like old school like cameras, and they just went about their normal day and just made it a video.
Kind of like their second video. I think it's an ice cream truck that he's driving, I believe. Or maybe it's a milk truck. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen the video. Probably 20 years. Maybe I should go back.
Most people know what a fucking milk truck is, Derek, anymore.
Nobody gets their milk delivered except Bad Baby, apparently, in her first video. Yeah. And the milk guy delivering it was the SNL comedian. This guy said, "Here's you, blah, blah, blah. Here's me. Goodbye." here's you. Blah, blah, blah. I got something to say.
Who's
Here's
goodbye.
me.
Was
Goodbye.
That's
That's Black Sheep.
David
Black-
Spade, yeah.
David Spade. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually, this is weird. I met David Spade as well at in Bloomington when he did a show. And he went to, what's the big steak place there? Yonkos. And my wife and I were there for Valentine's Day, I think. And yeah, there he was in line right next to us.
Weird.
And I just said, hey, how are you enjoying Bloomington so far? And he's like, oh, it's really, it's pretty nice. He's such a small guy. If I had to guess, I'd say he's like 5'4", 5'5" at best. He is a tiny man.
Yeah. Well, I know Chris Farley was obviously bigger, but he's also bigger.
Yes.
So it was definitely a tale of two different actors there when they did their shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyhow, we got some stuff to get to today. Hey,
Fred Smith here says IU is okay.
IU is the number 1 team in the country, and to that, I'm going to drink a cheers.
Prost.
That interview wasn't the greatest, but
you're talking about this is a great WWE-esque type of interview. I pulled it forward to the next question, but go ahead.
Kind of. This is again my 3 philosophers. 9.7% ABV quadruple ale with a blend of Creek ale with cherries. Very tasty shit made right here in the United States. By Ommegang, probably one of the best domestic breweries. That's in Cooperstown, New York. So cheers to IU. Go, baby. That was so great.
The first question, geez, that was a nail biter all the way to the frickin' end.
Yeah, it was.
It was like literal. It was
I
good.
know.
I stayed over at Chad's up until midnight. Just to watch
my parents were up till midnight with me watching that. Yeah. They go to bed at 10 usually.
Yeah. How could you not watch this? Really?
I know. They didn't even graduate from IU. I did. So
the first question that was asked to this guy, at least in this Mendoza in this interview, post game interview, it sounded like he was on the verge of tears, which understandably so.
Yeah.
Biggest game of your life, and you pulled off a W. But
Absolutely.
the second question really comes off almost like it's not the way he pitches it. It really does sound like a WWE answer, like an answer to a question. So
for process oriented, we're going day by day. Whether it's the offensive line, the defense, the coaches, special teams, we're all process oriented to one goal. That's our thing. Is we're brothers. We can drag teams into the deep end because we're
done. It's
really we're brothers.
Yes. Yeah. Let's go. Turnbuckles.
Oh my God, this guy's pumped up.
That was also a really scary moment of the game. Fucking first play of the game, and he gets knocked the fuck out.
I know. I was worried.
His brother had him. Here's a question that I posed to other IU fans. There's like, now assuming that the older Mendoza brother, I'm assuming he's the older. Well, they're twins, so it doesn't matter.
No, they're not twins. I don't.
They're not twins. I thought they were twins.
Maybe they're
brothers.
Well, I thought that he was the older one.
No, maybe he is. But he, if he was probably starting at the high school level, and his brother was the backup. How does IU go about saying, "Hey, we need both of them. Let's go"?
Well, actually, it was the younger one that was there first. He recruited his older brother to come from another college team. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
In the transfer window or whatever they call that thing, the transfer portal.
The portal. Schools, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, also want to congratulate Lando Norris from Team McLaren for winning the Formula One championship. Good for you, Lando. He's not my favorite driver, but I like the guy, and it's good to see somebody else other than Max Verstappen win a world championship for once. Also got to give a shout out to the American driver who finished second in Formula 2. That guy's going to be around, and his name just escaped me right now. But he'll be around. He's going to be in F1 someday. That guy's he's a good driver. All right, I just forgot that guy's name. That is so weird. Like, I talk about him with my dad all the time. Lando Norris sounds like a good porn name. 70s. Yeah, absolutely. How bad will Cadillac be next year in F1? Probably near the bottom. It's their first season in Formula One. They're going to struggle. There's no doubt. But, the good news is everybody's going to struggle because everyone has to build a new car next year because there are new regulations. The cars are smaller. The engines are totally different. So everybody's going to, we could see Ferrari at the bottom just because they fucked up something and couldn't figure out how to fix it. So that'll be really interesting in Formula One next season. All right. Green Great Basin Luna's overrated. You've got to wait for our regular watcher to show up, Colin Reese. They'll take you to task for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yes.
I wanted everybody to be aware that there's an ongoing manhunt going on.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
There's been an update, so we'll watch the update here. They kind of put both of them together, so that way you're up to date with all the news. Okay.
By the way, Robin is right. Darts World Championships also starts this week. I am excited. I love darts. I play darts every day. I'm addicted to darts and have been for 20 years. So, yep.
Police are looking for a man who ran away after robbing a store.
Crucial development, Bob. Police have just dispatched a sketch of the.
Oh, man.
Officers have now arrested the suspect moments ago.
It really looks just like.
This really happened, you think?
No, I think this might be AI. The fact that he falls over like that just screams AI.
You wouldn't fall over. Yeah.
You would have at least did this as you fall over. He just went.
Yeah. Yeah. That's got to be AI. Yeah.
Oh, that's hysterical.
Does look a lot like him. That's for sure.
Hey, give that the character artist some pay raise, man. That's
pay
spot
raise
on.
for sure.
You left off the ears and all, but come on.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, that was funny stuff. All right, for the 75 of you already here this early, awesome. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share it with your sock puppet account. Apparently, many of you are pro MLS sock puppets, and we'll get to
every single
one of you, especially if you're following us on Twitter. You are a sock puppet. I will have to figure out how to say that. Apparently, I can't speak tonight.
Derek, I need your eyes on this one. Mm-hmm. I need you to tell me what about this makes you think it's actually AI.
Getting a chicken to do that. Yeah. Now there's so many of these on
YouTube chicken just now. Throws that and walks away. It's like, I'm out, peace.
Yeah, exactly. That didn't happen. But there's so many of these now on Twitter. It's these fake funny
all
moments.
Over the place, yeah.
I mean, it's getting to the point where it's like it's not as funny because it's not real, right? If it were real, it'd be funny. Why are we making weird things happen? I guess if you believe that really happened, that shit would be funny as hell. But I watched it. I admit I laughed the first time, and then I went back and went, no, that's AI. No way that chicken carries that balloon right into them and then pops it. No way. What are the chances of that? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Truth no longer exists, as Alex gave, and that is pretty true. Yeah. It's ruining the internet in a lot of ways, Fred. I agree with you. Because now I got everything I watch. I got to be, is that real? Or is that Memorex?
Derek, I found the perfect Christmas present for you, so that way you can get into shape while also doing your research.
Get into shape.
Well, I've got the perfect workout tool for you here. Okay.
Okay.
Toner uses dynamic resistance technology to work your biceps, triceps, quads, lats, and glute. The Ted Toner's unique design allows you to work every angle of every muscle.
Every muscle there. Come on, this has you written all over it.
It's versatile enough to let you work out anywhere, at home, in the car, even at the office. Order the Tug Toner for only $39.95.
Oh, man, $39.95. Come on.
Okay. That's kind of like the shake weight. Yeah. Except this one's not real. Shake weight was real. Shake weight was
this
real.
is real. You can get it for $40, man.
Shake weight. Remember that one? Yeah.
Oh, I remember. You can even work out together, apparently.
I'll pull yours. You pull mine. All right. It's horrible. All right. What else we got? I think I sent you
last bit of fluff, guys. Last bit of fluff. And the guy who always comments on our comment section where they can go to real soccer content.
Yeah. When are you going to talk about soccer?
Red goes, I had a nightmare about this the other day. It is a great
stocking stuffer. Yes. It is a little large for a stocking, but yes. I agree.
Got big feet. You know what they say about guys with big feet, right?
They have big hands.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Oh, you sent me this.
Derek. I did. So this player plays on. He's one of the best players on Greuther Fürth right now, and because I do Yanks Abroad every weekend and keep up with the stats, I kept noticing his name come up over and over again, and I'm like, how do you think they pronounce this on live TV? His last name.
I mean, I would phonetically say it just to get away from what I'm going to say, but I think it's Noel. Fuck you.
It is. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
No, fuck you.
Fuck me. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Brett. But I do believe that's his name. Fuck you.
So do they have a? They don't have a pronunciation here.
They don't. No. They should, though. I'm going to have to go out of my way to watch a Greuther Fürth game now, even though they're horrible and at the bottom of the table or near it.
Dude, I saw a video that's been going around on Twitter of Greuther Fürth.
Right?
Yeah, Greuther Fürth game where a ball, the keeper put the ball down and kicked it over to a teammate. He picked it up, put it down in the corner.
Yep.
And they got a PK, and they ended up scoring off not the PK, but off the rebound of the PK.
Yeah.
And then later on in that game, there was what assumed was going to be a foul outside the box, and the defender just picked up the ball inside the box, and then Julian Green scored.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm assuming that was this week's game because it was going around like crazy, but
no, it wasn't. That's been around.
Is that
for
an
a
old
while.
one? Okay.
Yeah. Now,
still, man,
yeah,
Bundesliga too.
So you know who's playing the two holding mid spots for Greuther Fürth now, and for the last two games? Dietz and Green together.
No shit.
Yep, they've been the starting.
Green's like what 32, so at some point he's going to lose all of his steps, and he's got to play that role.
Yep, and just interesting that Dietz is no longer a center back in any way on that team, and hasn't been for probably a good year now.
I'm just impressed that he's actually playing and not injured.
Yep, no,
he plays. Always injured.
Yeah, well, he's been playing lately, so he was injured at the beginning of the season. He's back. All is well, I guess. No, all's well, not well. They are getting they got a tie this weekend, I believe, but they're stinking up the house. So there you go. All right. Now to
we're jump to some actual. Well, that was kind of actual soccer.
That was
but
soccer.
This is more soccer.
Yeah.
More soccer. Don Garber on promotion relegation. He says, back in the day, I would say never. Today, I'll say there's no real point in saying never because I don't know what the future will look like. I certainly never thought we'd adopt the international calendar, and I remember getting those questions and saying how could we play in 8 cities in cold weather, and now we have fans that are coming out through thick and thin, and that's where it ends.
Can you put it up?
Nope, I'm not going to put it up. I just want to read it out loud.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I forgot that I removed it because I wanted to see who messaged me.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Don Garber's now just saying, hey, I don't know. I'm agnostic, man.
Isn't there's talks, though, that Garber's on his way out, correct?
He's going to leave eventually. Yeah. But
do you think once he leaves MLS, do you think he's going to come out and be like the biggest proponent, say, we need to get rid of discovery rights. We need to get rid of the recruitment zones.
Well,
increase the salaries. Come on, MLS. What's your problem?
The furthest he's ever really gone at taking a crap on the old owners is when he did that press conference with the Seattle ownership. And he said, I'm with Seattle. I'd like to see all of the teams want to increase the salary cap substantially. Mm-hmm. Didn't mean it was going to happen, but he is in the end, he is the servant of the owners.
He's a mouthpiece for them, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He has other responsibilities too, but yeah, no, he's absolutely. The owners have to say. They're the ones with the big fat pockets. So
right. So if at some point there are 48 teams in MLS and they want to create 224 MLS 1 and MLS 2, you could call that promotion and relegation. I suppose it is, but it's still within the franchise system.
It's still kind of even the hopefully it's still kind of the argument that even though USL is talking about wanting to do promotion relegation, they're taking the steps forward towards that area, that it still is a closed system within USL.
Yeah.
And it's not really it's kind of a bastardized version of it. Mind you, at least it's something in the end.
It's something in the end. Yeah.
But it's bastardized in the sense that all these NISLs, all these, whatever that aren't affiliated with USL can't work, or just a random team can't just establish themselves and work their way up unless they pay some kind of expansion fee, which, yes, they talked about expansion fees.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the big issue for USL, let's be really frank here, is that their teams can be lopped off at any time and bought off by MLS. And that's the big issue. I.e., they find a billionaire who wants to have a team. They'll just say, oh, why don't you start a team in Indianapolis? That's it. Then it's over, right? We Indy 11's it's gone unless they buy the rights to Indy 11. Of course, we know Ursel doesn't want to sell the rights to Indy 11. The name, its colors, its uniforms, and all, whatever. So,
yeah.
I mean, but of course, they give them enough money. At some point, they're going to have to say yes. So, I am not a billionaire, Spider Zlatan. No.
Want to pull up something just so I don't forget to bring it up later when we actually do talk about the the draw and all, not the draw per se, but our group and our expectations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But let's play today, USA. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, can I say some strong words disagreeing with you guys on the strength of certain teams in the World Cup, mainly Qatar? Is arguably the weakest team in the tournament. They are absolutely trash right now. Without touching base on the Qatar being trash and all that stuff, I'll say, guys, if you want to disagree with us, disagree with us. We don't care. We don't care. We'll either refute it or we'll be like, okay, that's a good point. But I mean, don't just shrink away from disagreeing with us.
No, you guys absolutely go ahead and do it. A lot of people do it. Anyhow, but I would say it's possible that you're right. The Qatar team I saw 4 years ago and the one we saw in the Gold Cup wasn't that bad. So is this a totally different team? Has that team totally changed all personnel? And maybe they're in a bad spot, but they still qualified, right? So, in a region that's not easy to qualify out of, unless they got an automatic bid somehow, and I don't know about it, they had to qualify through Asia. So they can't be that atrocious. I mean, they're not going to be, Fiji hopeless, right?
Oceania, or in this case, some of CONCACAF minus the three big boys, right?
Yeah. I mean, they're going to be one of the weakest teams. I don't disagree with that. I don't know if they're going to be the weakest, but we'll see. Qatar are Asian Cup merchants. Yeah, they have been for some time, especially in the last 10 years. So yeah. I don't disagree that they haven't really been that great outside of Asia, but they're not going to roll over. I know that much. They're going to play, and they'll probably lose, no doubt. I can't even remember what group they're in right now, but
they're with Canada. No, we're not going to be getting into that because I don't have every group pulled up. I've only got our group pulled up because the whole point of the topic was how will U.S. fare? So.
Well, in the sense we're going to have to go further and deeper than that because if we finish first in a group, the worst team we could run into is Belgium, right? Because we're going to get a third place team from some other group. Yeah. So there you go. All right.
Robin says, "Did you see Tyler's Wonder Goal?"
Hell yeah!
We brought it up, I think, on the show we did Friday. Mm-hmm. Was it Friday?
When
was that game? Was the game?
The game was this weekend on Saturday, I believe, but it was
I thought we talked about it on one of the shows.
Well, maybe we did. Maybe the game was on Friday. But yeah, it was a Luft ball from midfield. It was
45 yards out. Yeah, because I remember hitting pause a lot throughout it, obviously, to make it move. You know?
Yeah, I think so. So maybe it happened on Friday.
It happened Friday, yeah.
Friday or Thursday? I don't know. At any rate, it was an amazing goal. You know, Tyler doesn't shoot very often, and he did have a guy open on the left. So if he missed it, I'm sure you would have gotten an earful from that guy.
Oh man, that we did talk about that, especially because man, he had a guy wide open to his left. That would have been the better play to make, but
1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. But I guess, you know, if you're confident in yourself, as Tyler certainly is, he's a very confident, self-confident person. He just said, "Fuck it, I'm shooting this."
Fuck it, why not?
Yeah, why not? Julian Vivas, Poach spoke on Pat McAfee today. I did not see that.
He's getting around. I've seen a number of small little interview things popping up here and there.
Yeah, I saw one on CBS with three people completely ignorant of soccer, which at least you can give Pat McAfee some credit. He's got some knowledge, not a lot. But
well, I think the great thing about Pat is that he's got respect for the sport.
And he's a Hoosier.
Well, okay. He also participates in that whatever that tournament.
Yeah.
He's
right.
definitely ingrained. He may not be, you know, the number one fan ever. You know that goes.
No, he's a fan though.
But yeah, he absolutely is. Yeah,
he's a fan, and that's all we care about. And it's nice to see. I'm sure that they sat down with Poach and said, "You're going on CBS. You're going on Pat McAfee. This is not Alexi Lawless. This is not Hercules Go.
These are the softball questions you won, Poach. Just go do those."
These people aren't going to know shit about the sport. So, or, you know, some less than others. So just go be very charming and accept silly questions. Don't get all pissy like you did at Doug and Jeff Carlisle. Don't do that. These people know nothing. So if they ask a stupid question, just smile and answer it the best you can. I'm sure that Michael Cameraman put him through that sort of conversation before he went out and did these things. So
yeah. Speaking of stupid questions, not necessarily questions per se, but like there's some stupid questions and comments. You guys might be wondering my army of sock puppets behind me.
Yeah.
And why I'm the creator of accounts.
Yeah, that was so weird.
Well, you'd think that somebody wouldn't be really reaching out the way they are, especially since we've been on good terms with this guy. But the reason we're bringing him up now is because he's very much a big proponent of promotion relegation within the sport of soccer in the United States.
It has been for 15 years.
Forever and ever. I mean, it's his platform. Of course, we're talking about Ted.
So he thinks I'm a sock puppet.
No. He thinks you are the operator. He thinks you have all your hands in all these sock puppets and you're orchestrating the discussion and the arguments and the attacks and all that stuff.
God, I wish I could.
Well, hey, I found another sock puppet operator, Boomer Richie. Nothing like a little Twitter cosplay. So Derek sends me this, and I'm just like, Ted, why are you doing this? I mean, okay, first off, Ted, he can't have sock puppet accounts. Derek doesn't know how to create a Twitter profile. I had to do it while driving a car down a 4-lane road.
Yep.
Like, Derek, you're good, okay? And that's why his name is Boomer Richie. I was like, dude, you can't even set up a Twitter account? What's the matter with you? You know? So, let's see. This one. Yeah, so I say this to Ted. I'm like, he can't operate sock puppet accounts. One, he's not on Twitter enough.
Well, the crazy thing is he thinks we're running it as a pro MLS soccer account. That's even crazier.
Yeah,
but go ahead.
Yeah. I mentioned. I said, LOL. I had to set up Derek's account because he spent 40 minutes while I sat on the phone trying to assist. That's why his name is Boomer Richie.
Yeah.
He said, That's true.
Yep.
So he said, so we meet the creator of accounts.
Yes, it's you, Brad.
That's a great villain name, right? What's my story arc? And what's the purpose? Am I just meant to make Twitter the most insufferable location possible? Is that my arc?
That's the thing. We only found out the motive today for sure. He thinks we're some sort of MLS, like pro MLS dudes. weird.
Well, he
out
does specify
attacking him or something.
Dude, he goes, I started finding you amongst the sock followers list on a lot of sock accounts. Basically, Derek, the people he has listed as sock puppet accounts. These nobodies that are just somebody else, but they're portraying to be somebody else. You happen to be somebody that they follow.
Okay.
And because he saw your name pop up on a lot of them, which means, quite frankly, the only reason he's seeing that, unless he's digging through all the people that they're following,
yeah,
he probably noticed that on every single one of those. Does he? First off, does he follow you?
No, he follows you.
Follows me, which is really, you noticed it on you. So he must be digging through their lists, to find out who they're following. Because so now, if he were to click on accounts that are following me, there would be on the thing would be like, hey, they follow Brett as well, or Straight Red,
Yeah.
So he sees that all these sock puppet accounts are followers of yours. Ergo, you're the
operator. Just to give people some context, Brett, Ted Westerfeld and I used to have discussions, and I was D-Rec back then. I was a dog. But we used to have, and then when we were big soccer, I used to have these discussions about pro rel with him 15 years ago, 13 years ago, 12 years ago. He doesn't remember me because I was a dog. So he doesn't know who the fuck I am. And he's done absolutely zero research on me or Brett before making these accusations. Ted's been around a long time. He's been at all these conferences. He's given speeches about pro rel. But this is just really, really irresponsible on his part. He's done no research into the people he's accusing at all. He's drawing some really weird connections too.
Yeah.
So he's just wacky at this point.
So Derek had enough. You had enough, Derek, right?
Yeah, I did.
Like, whatever. It's been 3 days of this back and forth nonsense. And you said, take your forgiveness and twist it up your pie hole, you pontificating arse. And he's like, they're the big soccer. There's the big soccer. Basically, the big soccer insults.
Right. We're just insulting people, but all right. I can call them an arse.
Conversation, yeah. He goes, my God, it's amazing how many of you whiny blowhards and the accounts you all set up to argue with yourselves fit into one tiny little urine-stained MLS echo chamber.
What?
So, Derek, not only do you handle all these accounts, but you are in fact part of the MLS echo chamber that constantly battles Ted with promotion relegation. Now, mind you, if he had one bad moment with you, it might have been where you basically say, "Hey, I like the idea of promotion relegation. It's never going to happen, Ted." You might have said that to him once before.
Maybe once before,
because you say that all the time. You're like, "Hey, I would like to see it." Because we have a team that's permanently relegated to the second division.
Yes, absolutely.
We would love to see these teams get an opportunity to progress forward, but MLS is never going to do it. And I'll say that for Don Garbick, since he doesn't want to say it anymore.
Right.
MLS is never going to do it. Again, they'll do a bastardized version, but MLS will never have an open promotion relegation unless MLS gets pressed by USL and they have to merge of some form,
Or U.S. Soccer puts his foot down sometime in like 40 years and says, enough's enough, open system, everybody merges together. And so, yeah, I mean, the craziest part is we don't even talk about MLS on this show hardly at all.
Very
I don't want to.
Well, and as Frank mentioned, I'm a Chicago Fire homer and I'll talk about it.
Right.
And I'm always the optimist for Chicago Fire, which hasn't paid off in like almost 2 decades now.
Right.
So I'll be the optimistic homer for them. Sure, why not? But I'm also very critical on MLS on a number of things.
We both are. And the only reason I've had to watch more MLS is because I want to watch Diego Luna. I want to watch Berhalter because these guys are going to make the team probably. So I got to know who the hell they are and how they play and how they function. How good they are, what they can bring, what they can do. They're going to end up on this team. Of course, I got to go watch them. I didn't watch much LA Galaxy this season because they weren't very good. So, all right. I don't even have time to do all the things he thinks we can do.
I know, right? So I'm like, again, I ask him again. I'm like, hey, because I'm open for mockery at this point because I'm tired of having this conversation with him. I tried to be civil initially, and I'm like, all right, it's just going to turn to mockery every time I get an opportunity at this point. So I'm like, who are the Sox? Because I really want to know. And I speak for Ted here, and when he goes, everyone. This
Absolutely.
is a great meme. I love this meme, by the way.
It's a great meme. Yeah, that was really good one.
Everyone.
Yeah.
And then he's like, hey, methinks the gentleman doth protest too much. And you know what? I appreciate the fact that he called me a gentleman.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. That was the nicest thing you said to me. I appreciate it.
No, he's calling you a gentleman.
That's what I said, yeah.
Yeah, not me.
No, of course not. You're a sock puppet operator, so of course not.
I'm also represent everything bad about big soccer.
So, to summarize the whole thing, really, I told Ted it's mockery. It's not protesting by any means. I said you literally came out of the blue and claimed that Derek was a sock puppet operator because you started, quote unquote, finding Derek amongst the sock followers list on a lot of sock accounts. And what's even more hilarious is that you list Derek in some kind of an MLS echo chamber.
I'm not in any MLS echo. I know MLS moves.
Yeah.
We've had him on our show. I've been on his show.
Other MLS fans will claim that MLS Moves is not an actual MLS fan, which is
I know.
He
gets that shit all the time.
How do you make your actual handle MLS Moves and not be an MLS fan? Again, you can be critical and you might say some things like, "Hey, this is dumb," but I don't know. It's just it's. I'm pointing it out, and it's gotten
sad.
to the point. It's gotten to the point. I'm like. We were. I mean, I've communicated with Ted maybe like once a year. I'll comment on something he says. He'll like it or respond or whatever, and then this just out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, it's really
I'm the
weird.
creator. You're actually a puppet to me, actually, Derek. Now
I know that's crazy.
Like, oh, you've already admitted that you've created an extra account. Yes, for a fucking other person.
Yeah,
who can't make it. Come on, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean. To me, this is just sad. And I think I said something like, I'm glad I'm not in your orbit at all because you seem like a miserable ass person. And it's too bad. I don't care. I mean, it's not like I'm against whatever Ted wants. I'm not at all. I'm just reasonable about it, I think, for the most part. And I mean, just weird to kind of come out and pontificate about.
Soccer Dad, I'll come back in just a second. Sorry, I need to post this from Colin real quick. MLS Moves is a leading soccer mind. He's an expert.
That's weird.
And then he says, I thought Ted was
dead. Oh, he's still out there. He's not happy with me. All right. I don't care. I honestly don't care that he's mad with me, but I just found it totally absurd. I mean, this has never happened to us before. All right, laughing out loud. Ted is such an idiot. He and Ben Fast has done. Ben Fast has done a lot of damage for sure.
I didn't have any problem with Ted, but I don't have any problem with Ben. I mean,
I don't have any problem with him
periodically. So I don't have a problem with him. But
I don't think the way Ben phrases thing like he's going to be the leader of it. Well, first of all, I wonder if they even know each other. But two, it's just that. The way they talk about, especially Ben, is just so ludicrous, like he's going to lead this country to pro rel on his own. No, he's not. He's not going to do that.
And Soccer Dad, I've got to say, by accepting this super chat and bringing it up and talking about it, it is actually Derek went on there and signed into one of his puppets and super chatted us $10.
Yes,
so we can talk about this. So
right,
we appreciate it, Soccer Dad.
Thanks, Soccer Dad.
Oh man!
All right, well that's enough of that. But we had to bring it up.
Ted is definitely awkward around his stepsister.
That's true.
Yeah, he doesn't know what to do. Go straight to the
He's probably awkward around his girlfriend or his wife too. Anyhow.
Oh man. Okay. All right. We're gonna dive slightly into our MLS echo chamber here.
I do like this question from Colin, though. If you had to push Ted or 3-4-3 out of a life wrap, which one would it be? Ted, probably.
I mean, after this bout, yeah, I've got to.
Yes. 3-4-3 is never going after us. So, and they know who we are, but they don't. I don't know. We don't disagree on everything. That's for sure.
Brett is actually an AI sock puppet done by Derek. There you go. Look at him.
Yep.
I mean, that's more realistic than having extra Twitter accounts, Derek, because you actually know how to do AI. Oddly enough.
I know. So weird. But, getting an account set up on X was a bitch for me.
Fuck that.
Yeah, and I'm not out there. I don't have time to set up other ones.
I could hear you slamming your phone down on the ground when we were talking. Like, what the fuck? It doesn't let me do this. Oh my god!
It doesn't want
like,
to.
Derek, what's their email? What password do you want? It's done.
All right, Alex Calabrese, the Chicago. Oh, more. This is more
the
MLS stuff.
MLS.
Yep. Chicago Fire pushed to sign Mo Salah as a free agent before he re-signed with Liverpool. According to The Athletic, Salah could leave the Reds soon after a controversial post-game press conference last week. No shit. Wow. Says he has no friendship with the coach anymore. Coach doesn't talk to him anymore.
That's good.
Well, yeah.
Hey, Greg Berhalter would be the best coach that you'll have over the course of the next 3 years.
So you think they're going to hire a new coach? They're going to get rid of Salah, which, I mean, listen, Mo's had a rough go this season. So,
well, he was going to be a free agent before he re-signed with Liverpool. What, did he just extend his contract like a year or something like that?
I don't know the exact numbers or whatever, but I thought he'd play more this year, but he started off, well, Liverpool in general have started off poorly, right?
He's only 33. He's not going to go to MLS yet.
Oh,
how much longer are we going to wait there, Sal? Come on.
36, 37. That might be true for Messi. I think Salah's ready to come here now, honestly. I think, but more than likely, there are billions of dollars, millions and millions of more dollars in Saudi Arabia waiting for Mo Salah.
100%. Yeah, he'll make bank if he goes there instead. If he wants a massive payday, that's where he's going to go. 100%.
That's where he's going to go.
100%.
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, Chicago's pockets are deep, but they're not that deep.
Right, and he'll fade into obscurity, and no one will ever watch him play again.
Well, as he's sitting there wiping his tears away with his $1 billion bills, like, oh god, no,
Yeah,
joking, not billion, maybe million.
Right, right. He'll make $1 million.
Speaking of Messi, I caught the last 3 minutes of the MLS Cup before IU took the field. Basically,
I was eating dinner with my parents, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah. Inter Miami are the new MLS Cup champions, right?
I think that's kind of how we all thought it was going to happen. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, here they are celebrating their win. They look just like they won the Champions League. Look at them go. Look at them. They're excited. Okay. They're all excited to be here. They're doing that little Congo line.
Looks pretty calm.
They don't look like they just won a major event.
Yeah. This is
they look like, well, coach is forcing us to do this. Or actually, it's probably Beckham that's forcing them to do it. Messi wasn't having none of that. He was like, can I just get out of here?
At least Beckham had a smile.
Well, I think he orchestrated the whole Congo line. So,
yeah, they look pretty calm for winners. All right,
woo! We won MLS Cup. All right, I know half of us were just on Barcelona a couple years back, but okay.
I do think that everybody knew they're gonna win anyhow. As a lot of people have pointed out, I'm not even sure how they could work around the cap system to do what they did. I honestly don't know how they did it. I think that should be much more, open to the public. We should be able to see their math and how they pulled this off.
How many estates in Miami did all their players get,
Well, how many future stock, or ownership pieces did they get? Instead of actually being paid cash, they were given chunks of the team, percentages of the team. Well, we'll give you 5% of the team going
It's
forward.
like winning the Powerball. You have the choice of either getting all the money up front, or obviously minus the taxes, of course, but all the money up front, or you can get paid over the course of your entire life. So they're like, Beckham's like, hey, we have to abide by these rules, but how about you take this contract for a year or two at $150,000, and then for every year for the next 20 years, you get $500,000. I'm making that up, of course, but come on, son.
Kramashi accused them of not playing Americans. Yeah, he had a problem, so he left.
But Tack made the comment of like it's a bunch of Argentines and et cetera, basically saying no Americans on there.
One
American. Homegrown. And somebody clapped back and said there are 2 homegrowns on the starting lineup. One of them happens to be Greek now. I mean, he's always Greek, don't get me wrong, but
and the other one is the center back, the small center back guy. Forgot his name. Anyhow, yeah, they're Americans.
The Greek American dude. What's his face?
No.
I can't think of Noah Allen, isn't it?
Noah Allen's Greek. He's Greek.
Isn't that the Greek dude?
I mean, I guess his mom could be Greek.
Isn't that the guy that's playing for Greece now, or went to Greece?
Could be
playing for Greece now.
Could be. Yep.
Here you go. Spider says right back. Frey
went to Greece.
No, that's the other homegrown.
Oh yeah. Frey's a good player.
Frey. Yeah,
but Frey's off the bench. He came off the bench for a lot of these games.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he's Greek. Noah Allen's Greek.
Well, Noah Allen's Greek because his mom is Greek, is what I'm guessing.
Or grandparent, I'm assuming. I'm sure Greece is a little loosey-goosey on those terms.
Probably. Either way, wish Noah Allen luck. He was never going to play for us, so good for them.
Dripping or tripping, Derek?
I personally, I do not like this because it looks like they're wearing a shawl, a grandma shawl. I know that's the star, but it looks like a shawl.
Yes, we talked about that before. Yeah, it came out. I'm sorry, but I mean, it's just like the long sleeve with the fitted wrist and all that stuff. Just I don't know why, but this kind of just screams like 90s apparel, like 90s goalkeeper shirt.
That's what they were going for.
Okay, fair enough then. Fair enough. That's what they're going for. That's cool, but I still don't like it. I mean, it's still like, ugh.
I mean, the star in the middle's too big.
I do see the shawl more than anything now. When you brought the shawl, I'm like, oh my god, yes, it's right there.
Especially if you're standing face to face, you're not going to look down that far. It'll just look like a shawl, unless you want to stare at the guy's dick. You're not going to see the bottom of the star, so it's just ugly. And I just don't know what they're trying. I know what they're going for. It just doesn't work. So
it's Patrick from SpongeBob, yeah.
Yeah. This looks like
Patrick Starfish on there. Just draw a couple eyes right there, and we're good.
There almost are eyes there on the USA badge. It looks like Patrick smiling.
I mean, it is just a mess. It's just busy all around, except for that star, of course.
Yeah, it's egregious.
Did they try to squeeze 50 stars on that shirt? Is that the problem?
I don't know, but it's bad. So that's all I got to say. Yeah. I do know, Fred, we do know the Pulisic scored twice today. I watched it right before we went on air. 2-1. I mean, the first goal, one touch, was unbelievably good. Yeah, some great goals. And the second one was a great run into the box. So good for him.
Gamashi got his first start. Weston's got an assist, although still lost in the end.
Gamashi got his first start.
Yeah, did he get a start this weekend? Was it this weekend? No. He started a game recently.
Not this weekend.
Was it a midweek game then?
I don't know. Could have been a cup game, maybe.
Could have been a cup game, you're right,
yeah. Which would have been midweek last week.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was, and yeah.
But as far as playing for the big boy team in Serie A, he rode Pine again 90 again this weekend. So, yeah. Okay. Yes. Gamashi. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not, whatever. Of course, they're going to play some of the bench guys for that. So,
well, I got to rest them up. So that way they're all the starters are all fresh for the actual important games because, Parma's got to make sure that they're not going to get relegated. Not saying they are going to get relegated, but they got to make sure that they're safe,
Absolutely. So, yeah.
Copa Italia comes later, comes after.
Yeah, they don't have much of a chance of winning that anyhow. So, yeah. Okay. Do not panic. Do not panic. Cap them now. Cap them now.
This is a double whammy for you, Derek.
Oh, Real Madrid are looking to sign Sacramento FC's 15-year-old striker, Davian Kimbrough. Real Madrid scouts have been following Kimbrough for months and now want to bring him in the club to continue his development. He's still pretty young. They believe with good coaching, he's got bags of potential and ability. Yeah, sure. If you're him, you go, right?
Well, of course, at 15, you might as well.
Mm-hmm. So he's obviously got a passport.
Well, his dual citizenship happens to be Mexican and American.
Okay.
Most recently played for US U16s, but he also played for Mexican U16, so he is bouncing around.
Yeah, we see a lot of this these days.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but you're right, Alex. Don't break out the lube here yet. It's too early. So, yeah, I mean, it's good. Go over there and do what you want to do, or do what you can do, and get as much development as you can while you're still this young, because it's a little late if you go there when you're 18, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty much a finished product. So if you go there when you're 14, 15, do it as fast as you can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that gives you the opportunity. You're either going to shine or you're not going to shine. Then Real Madrid will be like, "Nah, we're not going to sign you to this."
Mm-hmm.
And then you have that opportunity. You have that 3 or 4 years of training and developing, going through the youth squads and the second squads, and then getting shipped off like Conrad de la Fuente, but for Barcelona instead.
Then you end up at Cueta in La Liga 2 after not playing in Switzerland hardly at all season. All right, 18-year-old Christian McFarlane bagged his first goal for Manchester City in a 6-0 win over Bayer Leverkusen in the UEFA Youth League.
I mean, if you left off that last part, Manchester versus Leverkusen, I mean, that would have been really impressive.
Well,
then you had the UEFA Youth League, of course. But I'm saying, okay, context is key.
At least Footy Access provided the proper context.
Yeah.
We see so many of these where they don't provide the context.
Scored his first goal for Manchester City. Let's give him a round of applause. Oh,
yeah.
Shit, really?
But let's keep in mind, he's 18. He's not a child. 2007 born defender, previously played at New York City FC along with representing England and the United States. Okay, well, that's a toss-up then. More than likely, he'd end up with us because he's probably not going to be good enough to play for England if the percentages work out as they normally do, which is only a small percentage of English players are good enough for.
Cap him now.
Cap him now.
Hey, he's an 18-year-old center back scoring goals for City. Come on, guys.
Let's wait for him to be loaned out to some League One team next season and see how he does.
Get him on the books, man. Let's get him on the books.
I guarantee he'll be in League One or the Championship next season, loaned out, along with all their other loaners that they got going out. And then we'll see what he can really do against grown men. And that'll be the determiner.
Speaking of playing against grown men, a 16-year-old made his debut.
Yes.
Performing too.
This is what we've been asking for a while now. Let's get Mateus Albert playing against grown men, just like Pulisic did when he was 16 years old. Mm-hmm. Let's get that going as soon as possible. And so that's happening, and we'll see where it goes. I was really pretty much impressed with him during the Youth World Cup.
Yeah.
Yep. So
17s? U17s, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. How'd they all blend together when they're right next to each other?
Yeah, they were both not long ago. So, along with Calvin Sullivan, definitely the best two players for us on the field. So,
all right. I think I got rid of one. Maybe not. All right, let's talk about this.
If you're watching,
moving on to the Yanks Abroad segment here briefly, and then we'll go over the whole segment here before we cover the last segment at all.
Yep.
But let's cover a couple games because catching them on the fly and talking about them is tough. So let's just cap them now and then address it later.
Yep. If you're watching, Gio is slowly but surely getting his burst in confidence back with club. He's still a ways away from being the impact guy we thought he would be, but he's still better than other national team options we have played over him, and he's extremely unique in the pool. I think so.
This is that one play in the game where he sees the ball in his half.
This is more old school Reina, the way he does this.
Yeah, and then and turns, and then beats this dude on the speed, which is something we don't necessarily say very often anymore.
Yep.
Now, mind you, his final product wasn't that great, but I guess looking at his options here, what was he really going to do? Unless he could have maybe at some point laid it back this way for him to run onto.
I would tell you this.
Elderich? What is his name?
That guy that you're pointing to in the middle, whomever his name is, needs to be about 10 yards forward. What he is doing, hanging that far back, I am not sure. His ass needs to be further up the pitch, so he is an option. But he's not, and he's jogging.
Yeah,
and
the defender cut it off nicely in that sense. So his only real option was to kind of cut it back a little bit and try to get through. But then all of a sudden another center back's there. He's like, shit. But then this would have been the time. He again, it's like Elderman or Elderich or whatever his fucking name is.
Mm-hmm.
Should have been cutting right through here. The ball could have came and he could have had the one-time shot.
I'm really just surprised.
Well, he's just putting ass there, man.
He's putting ass and he's just drifting right into being covered again.
Yeah.
Instead of drifting closer to the ref where he would be open. All right. Well, whatever. Anyhow, it's something I'm sure his Engelhart, by the way. I'm sure it's something his coach will go over, says Brian. Thank you, Brian. All right.
So I said he needs playing time to get that part of his game back, that burst of speed, because you go from not playing, then all of a sudden thrust it onto the field, and then you're not playing, or maybe you got injured again because you don't have consistent playing time. He needs consistent playing time. Once he gets that part of his game is going to come back. And he's got it with the U.S. because he's the man on the U.S.
And unlike Dortmund, who play much more possession ball these days, they didn't used to. Gladbach does rely on playing counter ball. So he'll have
Which was ironic because when Reina was on his final year at Dortmund, they were very much counter and route one ball too.
Yeah, well,
they shot their ass as quickly up the field as possible.
Right. Well, when they had Holland there and Bellingham there, they were countering people quite quickly.
But this is the difference because they were countering through the middle. The midfield trio that they had during the Bellingham and Holland years was so much more efficient in the years of Gio's last year there. In the sense that they played directly up the lines and then across.
Yes.
Compared to how they played with Holland. So, I mean, it's two different teams, two different midfields.
Absolutely. So when he was a rising star with Holland and Bellingham, they played down the middle and it was quick, bing, bing, bang, go. Then Dortmund evolved into this play it out wide team. And that is not Reina's game. So
nope, absolutely.
That did not help him at Dortmund at all. Here, he's getting a little bit more. You can drift out wide if you want to. You can cut in a little bit if you want to. This is good. I think the more we go along, and I said and I mentioned that once Dortmund are comfortably out of the relegation zone, he will start to play more, and he is. So there you go. All right. We need this Pulisic in 2026 badly. Brett's got a visitor. Anyhow, yes, we do need this 20. This is MLS Moves, of course. We need this Pulisic in 2026 badly. We certainly do.
This Pulisic, though, is the Pulisic of the 2018 cycle. He's finding those pockets, those holes to get into. He collects the ball and
bam. I mean that's
the Pulisic that we have playing for the United States is kind of like the focal point. Like we go to Pulisic, and all of a sudden he's trying to orchestrate, which he does with Milan from time to time too. But this Pulisic right here is the 2018 Pulisic.
Yeah. I mean, that is a beautiful one-touch trap goal. Beautiful.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. He ended up getting his brace, and they ended up winning 3-2. So.
Yep.
Take that, Torino.
Yeah. No, I was excited watching that game.
Okay, let's do the rest of the Yanks abroad because then we're going to branch right into our expectations and some U.S. national team topics.
Right.
I got other ones too.
Yeah. On Saturday, Adams was injured. And so I think it was Akinmboni was also for both American players for Bournemouth, not available. Tillman went head-to-head against Noah Banks, and Banks came out the winner. had a great game for Augsburg. This is somebody we need to start seriously thinking about for March. All right? Seriously. And then we had another American versus American. We had Lund at Kern versus Sands at St. Pauli. And that was a tie game. Sands went 73, Lund went 2. Of course, Paredes is still injured, for those of you who want to know. Forever, yeah. Pepe and Des both went 90 in a win. It was a fun game to watch for the most part. I'm still waiting for Des to get more assists and goals. I know he's a right back, but, you know, I want to see him get more involved in the not just the build-up, but the finishing. But Pepe got his goal, so there's that. And they won, and he's started now a couple times. So I guess he's healthy. Brendan Aronson. Somebody mentioned his career is over or whatever with Leeds.
Yeah, last live show, I think, yeah.
His starting career seems to be over. This is the second game he's been on the bench. He came in and went 25 minutes in a tie. So maybe that person was right. I don't remember who said it. McKenzie, 90 minutes in a win for Toulouse.
That's good.
Yep, this is good news. Musa. Oh, man. Not playing. Not playing. All right.
At this point needs a move like Gio where you can just go down. Get off the I mean, look at what happened with Dest. You know, he's at Barcelona, then he went to AC Milan. None of them really panned out for him, and he went back to Holland at that point. Now he's doing well. He's doing well for them. PSV's doing well for the U.S. men's national team, or will. We've only had one window with him.
Musa played more for AC Milan than he plays for Atlanta. So
yeah, I mean, at the time though, Atlanta was also higher up in the table than AC Milan was. When
sure. And they just fired their coach and hired a new coach, and they don't want to fuck around with some new dude who's just there on loan either. So he must not be very impressive in practice either, which is something he's always been. Coaches have always loved this guy and thought, I'm going to play him because what I see in practice is extremely impressive. But it hasn't been translating. So Musa in dire straits. I do not think he's making the World Cup team as of now. No go. Cardoso.
No go.
Yeah. Cardoso injured again. Just came back, played a game. Now right back to injury. If this continues, he's got no shot at the World Cup team. March is around the corner here, people.
That's a really good point to be made there. Quite frankly, and if you think about it, like, oh, March is gonna have plenty of time. That's like they're gonna have a roster in like less than
2 months, 2.5 months. Yeah. So
I mean, it's and that's the last chance. So Carlos has to come back from injury, and he's got to be playing.
Yeah, because at first when he came back from injury, they were winning, so he didn't play. Then they started going through a rough patch. So then he started, pulled off, injured, done. Here we go again. All right, so I think he's off the roster right now too. Bello, 90 minutes in an assist. Alongside Idenaren, who went 60 for Lask as they got a tie. But good for an assist for Bello. Pukstas did not dress for whatever reason. Didn't say he was sick. It could be they're preparing to start taking bids and offers for him.
That's a great point.
The winter
we're right
transfer.
Next to the window, yeah.
Yep. Matthew Hoppe was out for yellow card accumulation because he's played a lot. He's been a regular starter now for Sanderjiski for 4 games. So,
just so I don't miss it, since you brought up yellow card accumulation, Joe Scally's going to miss the next Gladbach game.
Same reason.
Because he grabbed the ball, tossed it 10, 15 yards up in the air, and the ref's like, no time wasting at the 12th minute of the game. Or it was like 20th or whatever. But I'm just like, what a stupid yellow card to pick up. That's going to make you get suspended for the next game because of accumulation. What a dumb card.
Pretty dumb. Ajimon went 90 for Derby in their loss. Nobody had a good game for Derby in that one. Sargent finally scored this weekend. They still lost. They're still at the bottom of the table. But he did score finally. Yeah. Oh, my God, Norwich are bad. And that was against Caleb Wiley's Watford. And Caleb Wiley, as usual, is injured. Haji Wright, back from whatever flight lag he had that's kept him from playing any minutes, played 15.
He's back.
And Coventry lost. They need
his hamstring injury or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Finally healed a bit.
Right. Finally healed, playing. Let's see what happens. George Campbell and went 90 for West Brom and lost. Daryl DK again, an unused sub, was in the 18, unused. This is like 4 games in a row, 5. Male Corbos and Isaiah Young, both for Arminia Bielefeld in Bundesliga 2. Corbos, as usual, the captain went 90 in a loss. Isaiah Young came off the bench for 5. Richards, 90 minutes in a win for Crystal Palace over my team. Fulham, it's looking scary for us right now. Jedi injured, of course, did not play. Testman also injured. McKennie, I think he played the full 90, if I remember right, and had an assist as Juventus, I think, tied. I can't remember. They lost.
2-1. It was 2-1.
Okay, thank you. I forgot. I did watch it. I just don't remember the end for some reason.
That's 27 saying, Derek saying names of guys I've never heard of, LOL.
Okay, well, stay tuned. Here's another one you may have not have heard of. Maurice Malone scored a goal in a win for Sturm Graz in Austria. He played 88 minutes in that win. Hey, listen, we're not desperate enough yet to go for a Maurice Malone, but keep an eye on him. He might end up in Germany, back in Germany, okay, at some point. He's playing for one of the top 4 teams in Austria right now. And if he can score a lot of goals this season, who knows? Brian Reynolds, and if Sturm Graz finish in the top 3 or 2, which they were in first for a while, and then they just fucking fell apart, Sturm Graz. Brian Reynolds, 90 minutes and a goal for Westerlo. This is what we need Brian Reynolds to do. If he wants to be noticed, it's too late. It's too late now.
We need Griffin Yao to do that.
Griffin Yao's off the bench and played 3 minutes. Yeah.
God.
And when he starts, he's getting yanked at halftime. So
strange, man. Watching him at the Olympics, going, man, this kid's got some heart. He's got some potential. And then all of a sudden, it's like he doesn't start or play much for Westfield. It's like, what's happening?
No, it's been a rough season for him. 2 in a row, by the way, for Westerlo. Julian Green, 90. Maximilian Dietz, 90 for Greuther Fürth in a tie. A much-needed point as they hovered near the bottom of the table. Both of them starting out in, I believe it's what are they playing these days? A 3-5-2, I think, and they're a 3-4-3, I think it is. And they're playing the 2 holding mid spots together. It's not helping. They need more goals from Footcue, right?
Fuck you. Fuck me.
Fuck you. Fuck you. No, fuck you, man. All right. They need more goals from him. Tolkien, 46 minutes. I think the second game in a row. Tolkien's been the worst player on the pitch and pulled at halftime. Yep.
That's not good.
Yeah, and there was a tie against Gomez and Braunschweiger. So Gomez went the full 90 for Braunschweiger. EPB, another 90 minutes for Panathinaikos. 90 minutes.
Larry would be rubbing that in your face right now if Larry had an account that he could post on. I haven't seen.
All I asked was that he play a full season and not be injured. Larry, if you're out there somewhere, which he isn't, because if he were, he'd be loud. All right.
I'd ask Frank, because Frank and Larry are converse. Actually, Larry's back on Twitter now. I don't even know what happens to Larry. Larry just all of a sudden disappears, and he's like, hey, this account's been suspended. I'm like, what the fuck could Larry have said?
Saying? Yeah.
What does he say on this version of Twitter that's getting him kicked off for a period?
I never see the one that I think, when I read it, oh, he's done. Never see that one. So whatever he's doing, I don't get to see what it is that's getting him kicked off. Okay, Trusty, 90 minutes in a loss for Celtic. Listen, This is the weakest sauce.
Nancy
Celtic team
can't
in
get
line.
there. Nancy can't get there quick enough,
Who?
Wilfred Nancy. Coach.
Oh, yeah. Wilfred Nancy. I'm like, Nancy Reagan?
Yep.
Nancy Pelosi? Who are we talking about here? All right. Namdasi. Yes. All right. Yeah. I think that'll be good. It'll be a good challenge for him.
Are we sure EPB isn't good enough to be in the center back mix? Greek League is probably better than the Scotland and MLS.
It's close to both.
It's kind of a mirror. I mean, I guess I don't know the teams after the top couple, but I mean, it's a mirror image in that sense that there's usually 2 or 3 teams that really compete, and then the rest are who are they again?
I think in Greece you usually have like 4 or 5 actually.
4 or 5?
Yeah.
Wow,
and whereas in Scotland it's usually just 2. So yeah. Also we've got Ben Kramashi in the 18 for Parma didn't play. Pulisic with the 2 goals we already talked about in 25 minutes. Klinsmann in a tie for Cesena in Serie B. Did give up a goal. And then Busio, full 90 again. Obviously, the best player for Venezia this season. Not even close. He is doing what he was supposed to do the last time he was at Venezia, which is be the center of the park guy that calls all the shots. He's doing it this season.
Yeah, if you only would have done it last year, Venezia still would have been relegated.
True, but somebody else would have wanted to buy him.
That's possible.
But he did not do it. He was a hanger-oner, a hanger-alonger. He wasn't the player he is now in Serie B, where he's pulling the strings. So, and been pretty much the best player. Every time I look at the ratings or whatever, or I read a press account of the game, he's always the best player on the team. Not always, but not this weekend necessarily, but the weekend before for a fact. So there we go. Our Greek chicks hot. The ones that are less hairy are.
Ones that shave, I guess, maybe.
Yeah. No offense to hairy girls.
If you dig that. But there's
my thing.
There's a bit that's on shorts on YouTube and stuff like that where Shane Gillis is over with Joe Rogan and they're talking. And Joe goes, yeah, I gotta tell you, I kind of dig girls with the armpit hair.
What?
And then Shane goes, wait. You like girls with armpit hair and are jacked from working out? I mean, I'm not saying you are, but you're edging pretty close there, buddy. Of course,
yeah.
Joe Lossie was laughing his ass off, but
armpit hair, no, I prefer that not to even be on men. All right, anyhow, not men that I date at least. I'm just kidding. All right. But don't. All right.
Derek's really into swimming.
Swimming?
Swimmers, they shave everything.
Oh, yeah. No, I had a swimmer girlfriend in high school. Actually, she was the state champion. What was her name? Shit, I got to look her up. She's also an author. How do I know all these things? From like 10 years ago? I have not looked her up or anything for 10 years. So I actually, I know her last name, so I'm not going to say that. I know her last name. It just hit me.
No, don't say the last names out loud. Come on, dude.
No, I'm not going to say the last name.
Larry doesn't judge.
Okay, good. Larry doesn't judge. Oh, yeah, sure, Larry. It's okay if I'm 5'7". I'm not 5'7". Brett can fully confirm I am not 5'7".
Yeah, give Derek 5 to 7 more years, and then he might be 5'7".
That's true. Give me another decade, I might be 5'7". I've already lost at least a half an inch, so it is what it is. Okay. All right. What else we got?
Oh, are we done with the Yanks Abroad?
Mm-hmm.
Yanks Abroad. Yanks Abroad.
Oh, her name was Kathleen. And I think she was state champion in swimming for like 2 years in a row. Back in the 80s, late 80s. Oh, fuck, that's too much information. Anyhow, yeah, probably. Anyhow, she was awesome. Awesome gal.
All right. So
smart. Super smart. Go ahead.
All right. Well, we got our group pulled up here. We got U.S. men's national team, obviously, versus Paraguay versus Australia, who we are fully aware of. And then we got a playoff list here. So I guess let's just quickly go over we kind of briefly talked about our group on Friday's show when they announced the groups. But we also talked about everybody else, and we talked about a couple of things too. So we didn't go into too much detail.
Before we move on real quick,
you may.
Somebody said hair absorbs water. Yeah, so here's the weird thing about swimmers. Kathleen would not shave all season. Okay, that was freaking me out. She would not shave her legs all season because she was wanting to develop drag. She was so much better than everybody else.
Yeah.
She wanted to, develop some drag. And then for the state championship, she shaved her legs and was even faster. And I think she broke
what's like
6 different records in women's record.
Now they know who you're talking about. Yeah, come on, man. You keep giving more and more detail.
Oh.
Is this the equivalent of like training where you wear like the parachute and you go out and you sprint with the parachute, and then whenever you don't do it, you're good, you're faster?
Something like that. But that's how she explained it to me, and I'm like, okay, well, if you're doing it for sport,
You're like, I don't need to be touching your legs, I guess, when we do it.
No. Once it gets long enough, actually, and there's no stubs, it's all right. And she wasn't particularly hairy anyhow. So, yeah. All right. Anyhow. So, yes, I wanted to get that out of the way because somebody brought it up, and I was thinking to myself, oh, my God. Yes, I've had this discussion about hair and swimming. All right. Go ahead.
Sure. Well, so yeah, this is our group. Obviously, like I said, U.S. men's national team, Paraguay, Australia, and then probably going to be Turkey. Yay.
Probably Turkey. Yes.
I mean, one would imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, the group would get significantly easier if we had any of the other 3, quite frankly.
Yes, a little bit. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it would.
Significant. So, assuming it's Turkey.
Yes. Let's do that.
Let's assume.
Yep.
What are our expectations? What for you? What's our expectation?
I would think we should
for this group only, not talking about after the group.
I think we should beat Paraguay, just as we did recently.
Sure, I think so.
2-1,
I'm biased on Homer, though, so
2-0. Australia are going to be tough and physical, but again, I really think we come out of that 2-1, 1-0, whatever. We got to win that game, and the Turkey game will probably be the toughest one, actually. Up to 3. But it's also possible that we could lose all 3. It's possible if we play like shit and we choke and the pressure's too much.
We don't know what team we're going to have. Not the players. We can probably name the players down to about like the last 3 or 4 maybe because you don't know. Coach throw some monkey wrench into the system, quite frankly, or his system. You never know who's going to be there, but you pretty much predict who's going to be there. But what type of player is going to be there? And are we going to have Pulisic hero ball? Are we going to have out of shape and not in form McKinney?
No, he'll be in shape.
He'll be in shape. I know. I'm mentioning.
I don't think it's going to be any of that. That if we lose, it'll be we crumble under pressure. The pressure of the country and the weight of the tournament is too much for them to bear, and they crumble.
I don't think that's going to be an issue. Quite frankly, I think I'm not saying that they may not lose. We might lose to Paraguay. We might lose to Australia. It's possible. I'm not saying it's not, but I don't think it's going to be due to us crumbling by any means.
So what if we tie Paraguay 1-1? We tie Australia 1-1. We go into the 3rd game.
That's rough.
It could be rough. Yeah, it could be. So
going into the final game with 4 points, even let's say we beat Paraguay, tie Australia, that's still going to be rough going into Turkey.
Yes.
Depending.
Yep. So this could. I mean, people do 2 things. Now, the great thing about soccer is it's not tennis. If you go out and it's your first Grand Slam tournament and you crumble underneath pressure, it's just one person that crumbled under pressure, right? Mm-hmm. There's a team of 11. If one guy starting to crumble under pressure, you take him off. You put somebody in who's not. So that's the good news about soccer is that it's not even basketball where you could have 2 of your 5 starters just absolutely crumble underneath the pressure of the game. In this case, if there are 1 or 2 guys that are crumbling under pressure, you take them off at halftime. You just hope it didn't kill you out there. And you hope it's not your goalkeeper. That's my biggest worry is that Matt freezes up. And
assuming Matt, it could be anybody. No, it's Matt Freeze.
Yeah, has a horrible game out of the back, gives up an easy goal by kicking it to the wrong
team. Kicking it to the wrong team, yeah, exactly.
Or missing a kick and swiping it and
then
whatever.
Just flailing your body parts as you run back to the goal.
Like that. I mean, weird fucking things can happen under pressure. So I'm hoping that's not the case, but it's absolutely possible, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's possible we don't even get out of the group. I think that possibility is small because 3 teams are going to get out of this more than likely, right? So, yeah, you would think we would be one of the 3 of the 4.
Yeah.
But none of these teams are pushovers. And let's say one of the 3 teams gets hot, then, could be an issue there. So, I'd like to think we're going to finish first in the group, though. That's what I'd like to think.
There you go. Tony says every team in our group feels good about the group.
Yes, they do.
I mean, because here's the thing. Even though we're sitting here going like, we should beat Paraguay. We should beat Australia. Paraguay and Australia are going, well, geez, we were lucky we didn't get, insert top team from Asia here or insert top. Well, we couldn't do Asia by any means. But we're lucky we didn't get Brazil. We're lucky we didn't get Germany, that type of stuff.
Oh, Turkey's thinking they should win the group, probably.
100%, yeah.
So this is no gimme. I can tell you that.
And as they mentioned here, apparently there are people that are going out there saying that this should be an easy group. Now, I'll say this much: when Pete and Tact did the play-by-play as far as the announcement is concerned, they were at least I think Tact says that we should get 9 points in this group, which indicates to me that he's looking at this saying this is an easy group. Now, in comparison,
Tact thinks we're going to make a run in this World Cup. By the way, so
in comparison to what we could have had. Sure. Yeah, this is a relatively easy group in that comparison, but let's see here. I brought this up mainly just to hear the question. We can listen to Keller talk, but he basically says the same thing we are. Like, hey, it's not an easy group, but I mean, it's manageable.
It's definitely manageable if we play up to our abilities.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
sorry.
Yeah. And we're playing the way we've been playing. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Manageable. Some even daring to call it easy, Casey.
It
I
ain't
think
easy.
they're gonna
Yeah. So some people apparently are daring to call it easy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's
like that all you're gonna play from that? Okay.
That's all I want to play. They do the same thing we were just doing there. We don't need to go into it. But I really only wanted to bring that up because there are some out there that are saying, "Oh, this is an easy group," and again, in comparison to what we could have had, yes,
yeah, we picked a nightmare group the
almost
day before.
Ideal.
Yeah, we picked a nightmare win last Monday, I think, or Friday.
Somewhere like it. Yeah, no, it wasn't Friday. It was Monday or Thursday or something like that.
Okay.
But maybe it's Monday. When did we do the roll die? You rolled the die.
Thursday. No, it was Friday because that was the draw.
Show?
Yeah. No, you're
right. I think it was Monday.
Yeah, Monday we were like what we could get. Like, worst case scenario, what we could get. We did not get worst case scenario. We didn't get Norway. We didn't get a lot of other teams that would have been a big pain in the ass. An African team that would have been a pain in the ass. So
I know people were saying like, hey, I know Tack and them are all pushing like we wanted to get Austria. Austria would have been our UEFA team, and we wouldn't have been forced to pick up one of the playoff teams.
No, I'd rather have Turkey than Austria. Austria's got players that play in the Bundesliga. Not that Turkey doesn't. I just think that I think this is a manageable group, as we mentioned before, and I think we should win at least 2 games. We should win 2 and maybe tie 1. And that'll be my prediction. I think we'll be 2 wins and a draw.
Up until like the last couple windows, I would have been really fucking sus.
Yeah, me too.
But the team is really gelling finally under Poach.
Yep.
And going into it, I have a lot more confidence that we'll put forth a good performance. And if we put forth a good performance, I feel like we'll be fine. But then again, there's, like you said, there's always those outliers. Will Freeze flub up a gift like he did against Paraguay? Oh, it was when he gifted against Paraguay, the triangle, or the one against Haiti. Will our center backs fall asleep like they did against Uruguay,
South Korea?
So I'm just like, anything's possible. But I have more confidence now than I did for the first year and a half under Poach.
Will Jedi be there?
Yeah.
And are you starting Arfson in a World Cup at left wing back? I mean, it's not.
It's possible.
It's possible. It's not the worst thing in the world that can happen. Because
it could be possible even if Jedi is back.
I am hoping not, but you're going to say
built enough goodwill under Poach that might be his spot at this point because Jedi's just been injured too much of recent.
I would agree with that, except for the fact that while Jedi was injured, they still brought him into camp to hang out with the team for 2 weeks.
Well, I mean, Poach doesn't really have a secondary option at left back unless you move Dest over, which is always a possibility too. But
I'd rather not. And the way
Tolkien's or McKinney at the wingback role.
Way Tolkien's playing right now, he's a goner too.
Yeah,
he's way out of the picture. The way
he played poorly under with the men's national team. I mean, he played perfectly fine, I thought. So he put out at least a good performance there. But I mean, club level,
last two
doesn't do many favors.
Last 2 games for Holstein Kiel getting yanked at halftime. That's not cool. At least the last game for sure yanked at halftime. I believe the game before not so good either. I'm just I'm jogging my memory. I mean, he was so good for them early in the season too. That was the weird thing. And now he's like getting yanked at halftime for poor play. What's going on with him? So I don't think Cardoso is going to be there, so we are going to have some MLS dudes on this team. I do not think that – I hope Tessman doesn't start to have all these injury problems too. I hope not. I think we are probably going to have an injury or two going into the World Cup where guys are just not going to be available, and we're going to have to deal. So, I saw this too. The Australians have been talking a lot of shit on X. Those bragging rights are going to be sweet for whoever wins. I don't know why Australians are talking shit about their team on X. I think that's pretty ridiculous. We just beat them, number one. So I guess go ahead if you want to. I guess everybody wants to support their team, but at the same time, it's not like they've showed any inclination of,
Well, and it's one of those things. Again, I imagine that every team in our group's fans are going, "Dude, this is
perfect.
We stand a solid fucking chance here, guys. Come on, let's go. We've got X, Y, and Z, and blah blah blah."
Out of the 4 teams, if you want to include Turkey, there is. All 4 teams think they have a chance of finishing first and getting the easier road through the knockout rounds because everybody wants to play a third-place team from one of the other groups, unless one of that third-place teams ends up being Belgium, which is possible, by the way. Other than that, we're more likely to play Canada in the round of 32, honestly.
Yeah, somebody brought that up at the beginning of the show, too.
They're probably going to finish third in their group, looking at their group. So maybe second, but probably third.
If Jesse beats us in the World Cup, I'd be pissed.
I mean, listen, there is a chance they don't get out of that group, period. Honestly. So, and Mexico's group is that's no breeze either. So, what pot? Anyhow. Okay, so Tact had that we play Canada and Mexico. Oh, that'd be crazy if that happened.
That'd be nuts.
Yeah, we'd be familiar with both of those teams.
Well, I don't want to pull up just yet. So talking about the World Cup here, there's a bunch of headlines being made, and all has to do with the weather here in the United States. More weather propaganda, but it's actually being announced and stuff. So many bench players in the 2026 World Cup are expected to watch the games inside the dressing room as the temperatures in many places will be too hot.
Okay, they're not going to be too hot at all. That's ridiculous. Some of them maybe, but most of them not. And if they are hot, I don't have any problem with them going in there because they are conserving energy because you won't be burning sweat sitting on the sidelines. Fine. If that's what you want to do, go for it. I think it's kind of a pussy move, but if you are
a bunch of prima donnas, that's what it is. I mean, come on.
They're not fighting that. They're not, the players aren't deciding to do this. This is obviously.
It could be a coach's choice, sure.
No, it's probably the physio telling the coach that over the certain temperature, guys need to be inside to protect them from heat, which wears them out prior to them coming onto the field.
Well, and let's talk about the locations itself. I mean, Houston and Dallas are both going to be covered.
Yeah.
Atlanta's going to be covered.
Yep.
And
air conditioned.
LA is not going to be covered, but it's LA. Seattle's not covered. It's Seattle.
It'll be dry heat.
New Jersey won't be covered, but I mean, that could be that, and Kansas City could be the more, roughest locations, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Canada will be fine. Mexico will be rough.
It's all done scientifically at this point. They're not just putting them in there. They're basically put them in there because the physio did some math and said, raising the players' temperatures over this degree makes them tire out more before they're put on the pitch. So keep them cool until they come out. Keep them somewhat cool. Warm them up, but until then, keep them in.
I'll tell you this much. As a player, I would hate to be in an air-conditioned room and then being called out to start warming up, and all of a sudden you're like enduring the crazy, stupid heat. I would much rather be assimilated to that heat, quite frankly.
Okay, well, that's you.
And just drink your fucking Gatorade hydration squeeze bottles that, are meant for babies, but you can have one too.
I just read about it, and it's the physios
worried
about the heat affecting their ability to come on and go like 100% because they're sitting there soaking up the heat on the sideline, which tires them out before they even get on the pitch. So I don't know. I played in some hot weather. I played some golf. 92 degrees here in Indiana is like 104 degrees is what it feels like. And I can tell you, just standing around waiting for the other people to hit, so the people in front of us, killed me. As long as I was moving, I was fine. But standing there with the sun absolutely just killing me I was dripping with sweat. I'd rather be moving. But anyhow, we'll see how that works out. I don't think it's a big deal either way.
We've been doing it forever.
I get it.
So this actually takes us into the next topic here as well. FIFA announced that they confirmed that there's going to be mandatory 3-minute hydration breaks every half.
Yeah.
And people,
no matter the weather conditions,
or indoor or outdoor, it doesn't matter. It's all mandatory.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Well, I mean, people are bringing up the obvious things that FIFA and the broadcasters all want to make extra ad revenue, so they're making it mandatory because they started this back in 2014 in Brazil.
Oh, they're going to play commercials during it. You guarantee?
100%, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2014, FIFA was approached. I think they were even being approached by a potential lawsuit, quite frankly. And they said, okay, well, if the temperature exceeds this point, then there's got to be a water break. But if it doesn't exceed this point, there doesn't need to be a water break.
Now they've said water break regardless.
In Russia, no water breaks. You're higher up, it's cooler, whatever. 2022, there were, in fact, water breaks, but they weren't mandatory again. But this is the first World Cup where it's become mandatory, regardless.
Regardless of weather conditions. And what they will do is do a split screen. They'll have it on screen, but the other side of the screen will be a commercial. Yes.
Yeah, 100% no.
That's what I've read. That's what I've read.
FIFA want their 30-40% ad revenue, and broadcasters want to make whatever they can. But people are like, oh, fucking greedy Americans. I'm like, this is a FIFA decision, guys.
Brought to you by whatever pharmaceutical ad they can squeeze in, which is what it'll probably be.
S27 says, how long is the water break? It's a 3-minute water break each half.
Perfect.
It's going to happen like at the 22, 24-minute range area.
Perfect to squeeze in a 3-minute, 1-minute pharmaceutical commercials.
They're gonna be a bunch of like 10, 15 seconds that have to pay $1 billion or whatever the fuck it's gonna be. It's gonna be like the Super Bowl, quite frankly.
For a split screen commercial, by the way, it's not going to be 100% go to commercial. They're going to have the cameras on. You'll see the guys drinking and eating their tangerines and drinking their Gatorade. Meanwhile, on the other side of the screen will be a Cialis commercial. I think somebody mentioned earlier.
I don't know.
Just some other commercial. Yes.
It's just I'm looking at this going. I mean,
Geico.
I understand it's the World Cup and you want your players to be firing on all cylinders throughout the entire match, quite frankly. But this is the 100% what's 100% for FIFA. It's 100% for the broadcasters. But then it's also for our European brethren. They're the ones that are going to be dying on the field when it comes to this. All of the Americas are going to be perfectly fine.
So will the South Americans.
Fine,
South Americans will be fine.
Well, that's why I said the Americans, yeah.
Most of the Asians will be fine. The Southern, yeah. So anyhow.
This is purely Eurocentric to peace. During the Club World Cup, don't you remember? There was an article that came out like every other day from a European they're going to have to take the World Cup from the United States because it's too damn hot and there might be thunderstorms.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's just what's going to happen, people.
Stupid.
So, yep.
It's propaganda, it's agendas, and it is just that's ruining the game right there.
Well, it's money, making money because you can. I'm sure they're charging millions for each of those 1 minute commercials.
100% at least. Yeah, it's gonna be a stupid price, and people pay it.
Oh, they'll pay it.
I think I was trying to figure out how much of the ad revenue that FIFA takes. And I think I read somewhere it's like 35-40%, that range.
Yep.
So the broadcasters make a bit of change, but FIFA is expecting to make like 1.8 billion just off the ad revenue alone during the games.
Yeah, that they contend will be spread around the world to allow these burgeoning, growing countries like Fiji to build their soccer program. Like Fiji will ever be good enough to qualify. And if they do qualify, they'll get their ass kicked every single time. Anyhow, they're just too small. There is something called just too small. Go ask Luxembourg. Go ask, some of these shrinky dinky countries, even in Europe. They're never going to be any better than they are now because they're just too small. They're city states. They're not going to be able to hang. All right. FIFA have confirmed that every match.
Last thing I want to bring up about this, unless you have something else you want to talk about afterwards, but they've announced an LGBTQ day on a match day, and it happens to be in Seattle for the Iran and Egypt game.
Oh, they picked up the two countries that would have nothing to do with that day.
I mean, I feel like they picked this on purpose.
I think they're trying to send a message. Yeah.
I feel like this definitely done on purpose.
Yeah. I have a lot of friends in the L and the G communities who don't really want to be a part of that whole strip of letters.
Oh, yeah. No,
I'm not going to get into that, but listen, I mean, I think if we're supporting gay people around the world, that they shouldn't be executed for being gay. I think that's fine. So, I don't know. Both nations have draconian anti-gay laws. Yes, they certainly do. They certainly do. I think that seems to be like maybe on purpose, honestly.
Yeah.
But a lot of the players play in Europe from both of those teams. They'll be used to it.
It's fair.
And for fans rich enough to come over and watch the game from Egypt, they're probably fine with that too.
Well,
I doubt that they have that big of an issue.
It has to be done on purpose, quite frankly, because I mean, you have Pride Month and everything like that. There are many games that are happening in Seattle in the month of June.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yeah. All right. Well, that was interesting. All right, we will be back on next Monday. Expect another show from us, maybe coming out this week. I don't know.
It depends what news comes out. We're definitely trying to pump out those recorded shows, but I mean, God, something has to happen.
Yeah, we got to find something. Hey, man, send us some things to do. We got some ideas. Yeah. Derek, you suck, says Larry. What else is new, Larry?
That's simple.
All right.
Simple as it is. Yeah.
All right. Until then, we love you guys. Have a great night, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.
That hurt.
Blowjobs are a no for me.
It is a skill. It is a practice skill. It is a necessary skill.
The secret to a great blowjob is saliva, saliva, saliva.
It's important for us to learn from this because I think we lose because we beat ourselves.
You need to swallow it too.
I don't understand the problem here.
The people don't understand esophagus is the main player of the game.
Try to stay away from it as much as I can.
You can start by licking the tip.
I didn't understand it, but
Patrick Agyeman to Bambi or a newborn giraffe or what.